If you're white.
TalkToHimRadio.com is a 24/7 no-charge worldwide broadcasting facility with hosts delivering on various topics such as news and lifestyle, sports, law, health, wellness, religion, and politics. Here's two I'd like to share with you. You need to turn into this program right here. This is Libby. Man, she really gets down with the holistic information, foods, ways of living. Man, it is just fantastic. And my new old show, Talking Sports with Mr. Bobby, heard exclusively here on TalkToHimRadio.com. It's going to premiere on Tuesday, February the 20th, from 6 to 7 p.m. live. And we're going to have a special guest come in, and you'll love that. These programs and others are exclusive to TalkToHimRadio.com, and all you have to do is go to the TalkToHimRadio.com homepage, click on programs, and there you will find all the information, bios, and all that stuff. And while you are there, there is a donate button right underneath the telephone number, and all you have to do is hit that, because we want you to donate to the second hour of the compensatory concept with Mr. Neely Fuller Jr. That's all you have to do is hit that button. Whatever amount that you want to put in there, you can, and we will accumulate it in pays for the second hour. Some of our recurring sponsors, Brian Gaston, Eric Williams, B.W. Gifts, Helen Nance, Don Mitchner, and Jane Lance are some of the reoccurring listeners, but you can be one also, and then they'll give me a new list, and we'll put that on there. All this from TalkToHimRadio.com, radio the way it should be heard. I am Mr. Bobby, the co-host of the Compensatory Concept with Mr. Neely Fuller, heard exclusively on TalkToHimRadio.com. Get in contact with the show calling 1-877-932-9766. And you can get in contact with the show, and Mr. Fuller will answer your questions. Okay, let's do this one. Mr. Fuller, this comes from, was it Jane? Yeah, okay, JL. She says this, Mr. Fuller, Louis C.K., a white comedian, told a joke in which he said that it was good to be white in the past. It's good to be white in the present, but it won't be good to be white in the future, because white people as a whole will eventually have to pay for racism. Mr. Fuller, do you believe racists will have a karmic debt to pay in the afterlife? Now, I looked that up, karmic debt, before you answer, Mr. Fuller, and it is simply this: numerology based on the idea that each of us is a spiritual being or a soul which incarnates many times in order to further evolve toward higher states of awareness. The numbers that indicate karmic debt, and she gives the numbers here, and where they are found in your numerology chart, is just as important as their effects. Mr. Fuller, what do you think about that? Will white folks have to pay for their mistreatment of black folks?
Well, by pay, it means what form does the pay take? See, and it's called, the title of my book is the United Independent Compensatory Code System Concept. That's the basic title. That's the main title. It has a couple of supplementary titles, Compensatory Counter-Racist Code, but the overall title is the United Independent Compensatory Code System Concept. That word compensatory means making up for what's missing, making up for the things that you did. I mean, the law of compensation is the law of the universe. If you plant corn, you're compensated for having planted the corn by getting corn. All right, it gives illustrations in the code book that I've written. When you wear glasses, you're compensating. Like I wear eyeglasses. I'm compensating for failure in my ability to see. That's a failure. I'm trying to squint, I'm trying to see, and I can't see what I'm looking at. I can't see what I'm trying to see. So by having glasses, somebody made, manufactured, thankfully, I compensate for a lack of vision by having glasses, and on and on and on. When you sit down and eat a plate of food, what are you doing? You're compensating. Compensating for what? For not having any food in your stomach, which is a requirement of your body. So you compensate for not having food in your stomach by putting food in your stomach. That's a compensatory act. So we're compensating each and every day. Every move that we make is a compensatory move. Now, the white supremacists, by doing evil things, have to compensate for the evil that they have done. That's just the law of the universe. And they know that. They're just trying to forestall it, all right? But when you throw things out of balance, things have a tendency to want to come back in balance, all right? Because whatever created the universe believes in balance. And we've seen evidence of that.
Yes.
By whatever name you want to call it, okay? And so those scales tip back the way that they should have been in the first place, okay? So things have a tendency to go in that direction. If I didn't believe that, it would be no reason for me to write a book.
Yes,
I
sir.
have to believe in the law of compensation.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Christians, in the Christian religion, they say, you will pay for what your evil deeds are. There's an old saying, I don't know, it's just a saying. The things that you do, the evils that you do, by two and two, you will pay for one by one. All right. And that's a thought. That's an old quotation that I remember. The evils that you do by two and two. Oh, yeah, you're just galloping down the road, just one right after another. All right. Might doing them 4 by 4. All right. But then there comes a time when you just have to slow down and back up and start paying for them one by one. Each and every one of those evils that you committed, galloping down that road. Painfully and slowly, you pay for them. Like paying for anything, you're eating too much, okay? And your stomach, your body, your metabolism tells you ate too much. Now, when you go to bed tonight, you're not going to rest very comfortably because your stomach is going to be growling, all right? Because you're overfed, you're not in balance, and you're not going to sleep well. And by you not being able to sleep well, you are going to get up groggy, and then when you get on the job, you're going to make mistakes on the job, and you might get fired, all right? On account of what? That first imbalance that you started. So the law of compensation, yeah, I believe in it.
Okay.
Because there's evidence of it all over the place. Each and every day you see that.